Hey guys, Ashlane here, coming at you today with what I feel like is the best Pekka deck in the game. And the best thing about it is, all the cards in it are really available from Arena 4 and on. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the cards in the deck. No Arena 5 cards at all, no Spell Factory. It has the Pekka in it, and then along with the Pekka card, this is a cool deck because it's really a hybrid of kind of a spawner type deck, and then the only expensive card is the Pekka. So this should work for people who like using decks that are more aggressive in nature, that are a lower elixir cost, but you have that one expensive card being the Pekka. Now obviously the Spirit Goblin Hut also costs 5, but that's not really considered an expensive card because it keeps giving you value spawning the Spirit Goblins. So I have the deck ready. Now the original deck has the Hidden Tesla in it, so this would be the original deck. One other substitution you could make is adding the arrows for the Fireball. But either way you decide to go, I prefer Fireball. The original owner of this deck preferred arrows, so I do want to show you how I came across this deck, and it was in this draw. And you know what, 9 times out of 10, this is how you come across these really awesome decks, right? You find a deck that you love playing, and then you run into somebody who beats that deck, or in this case, draws you with that deck. And then, you know, it kind of opens your eyes to new combinations, new decks that you might want to try. I'm actually going to play in a Royale tournament, the first ever live tournament. Well, I guess the second ever, because the first would be the YouTuber tournament that I took place in. And this might be the deck I use, the one I'm going to show you. Now, it's not the deck I'm using right now. It's the deck my opponent is using right now. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's a very versatile deck. I'm going to show you a few replays here today. Then we're going to go ahead and do a live match so I can hopefully show you me win in live. So the deck I'm using right now in this replay here is one of my previous favorite decks. I'm going to do an episode on this deck tomorrow, and this is a great deck as well, and you can use it from Spell Valley onward. I think it's Arena 5 is where you unlock the Frost Wizard. Other than that, all the cards are are available pretty early, and I couldn't do anything against this guy. You know, he had this deck, and it seemed like it has an answer to every single one of my attacks. I keep trying to sneak in units in the right lane while playing defense in the left lane, but the idea here on the enemy's deck, the opponent's deck, is he uses these Goblin Huts to create a steady stream of Spirit Goblins coming, which I try to counter with a little bit of my elixir, but I try to maintain about 5 or 6 elixir to try to go on the opposite lane of his Goblin Huts here and try to do some damage to the opposite side. But it seems like he always has enough elixir to go ahead and defend. This deck that I'm playing against has a lot of counters, a lot of answers to almost everything, especially when you play the Hidden Tesla. And the Hidden Tesla, you know, distracts all my hogs, distracts my Giant Skeleton. And you know what? The Giant Skeleton's really mitigated if you can get him, same thing with a Pekka really, if you can get him to the center of the map. So whenever you see a Giant Skeleton, or a Pekka for that matter, or even a Golem, if you have a defense in your deck, the best way to counter them, if you don't have like a minion horde handy, is to just lure them to the center of the map. Even if you don't have a lot of elixir, at least you'll be getting 2 towers on that target. So that would be my advice to countering these really heavy, beefy troops that do a lot of damage. And the same thing with Hog Riders in a way, if you can lure them to the center of the map. But back to the deck I'm playing against here, and why I love it so much is it really has a counter for absolutely everything. You can see he almost got my left tower with that lightning spell there at the end, so I was lucky to get out of this one with just a draw. So after I played this deck, I was like, I'm going to try this out because it seems really effective, and I have not lost since, and I hope when I do some live matches at the end of this episode, I'll do 1 or 2 depending on how much time I have, and hopefully we'll keep the winning streak going here. So this is my first time playing the deck, and I accidentally left the arrows and the fireball in it, so I have arrows, fireball, and lightning spell, a lot of direct damage, and I was still able to win with it. I'm going against this guy who has the Elixir Collector, a deck similar to the one I was just playing, except for he has the Wizard and the Barbarians, and the Free Spell as well. So you can see he's trying to get some Barbarians mixed with the Wizard there, and I can easily counter it, especially with the Fireball. That's why I like the Fireball more than the arrows. For 1 elixir cost, the Fireball, if you're in high-level leagues, can totally take out a 3 Musketeer card. If you're in lower-level leagues, it can almost take out Barbarians, leaving just them to be one-shotted by one of your towers. So, love the Fireball. I like it a little bit better than Arrows. Arrows definitely have a big place in the game, and playing them both in a deck isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. As you can see, I'm using both here, not using too many Arrows. I'm using Fireball more often against this deck especially. But the idea here is to get a nice steady flow of Goblins with the Spirit Goblin hut. Spirit Goblins rather, in one lane, and then you drop that Pekka, and then you just back him up, and you have all those direct damage spells to take out the defenses of the other team when your Pekka's making his way to the tower. Now, this time he was able to kill my Pekka, but I did a lot of damage to that tower in the meantime, and with 10 seconds left, I picked up the 1-0 tower victory, and I think it's the next guy I played. It might be the guy after that, but I actually forced somebody to rage quit against this deck, and it's definitely one of those decks that can frustrate an opponent because it has so many answers to everything they're trying to do, it really disrupts people's game plan. This might be the guy Keeley here. So let's see. Yes, it is. This is the guy who rage quit, and he's using the Three Musketeer card, and you're going to see how much damage I do to the combination he tries to get off here, which is the Giant and the Baby Dragon and the Three Musketeer. That's the combo that he wants to use against me, and I'm really able to shut it down with these spells here. You can see, okay, Lightning Spell. Let's talk a little bit about Lightning and how to use it, especially in this deck, and we want to talk about the Pekka card, so those are going to be the focus for the second half of this episode. The Lightning Spell. Well, we should touch on the Fireball too. The Fireball I just kind of discussed. You can use the Fireball, especially against Barbarians or Three Musketeer card. I have it right here. Look at this. Boom. Three Musketeers, gone. And damage to the tower. That's what you want to do with the Fireball spell. With the Lightning Spell, you guys probably already know this, but it definitely bears mentioning. This is how you use the Lightning Spell. You don't want to use the Lightning Spell when it's only going to hit 2 targets, unless it's at the end of the match and you're just trying to finish off a crown tower for the victory. Now, you want to hit 3 targets with your Lightning Spell, because Lightning Spells can hit up to 3 targets, no more. So you don't want to use your target when there's, say, a skeleton army in the proximity, because the odds are it will just hit skeletons and it will be a wasted Lightning Spell. But you do want to use the Lightning Spell when somebody builds, say, an Elixir Pump, and when they have an Elixir Pump on the board near one of their crown towers, you have to be patient and wait until they drop another troop in that area, and then you drop the Lightning Spell. Don't do it against 2 targets. Use your Lightning Spell against 3 targets. Crown Tower, a troop, and a unit. Could be a hut, it could be like I said, an Elixir Pump. So make sure you use it wisely. You always want to hit 3 targets, that way you're getting the bang for your buck. You can see this Pekka and the Goblins take out this tower, and I think right after this, he was like, forget it. Every time he played the Three Musketeer card, I was able to take it down with the Fireball, and I just drop another Pekka here, why not? And I take him out here. I think he just rage quit about right after I took that tower there. So that was a really easy victory, and it was made even better because I got a lot of cups. This is obviously Legendary Arena, and I think I got 35 or so cups because he was well ahead of me in trophies. So again, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play a live match here for you guys now. So I had the deck already. This time I swapped in the Tesla. So I have the Tesla in this deck instead of the arrows. So I have Lightning and Fireball are my direct damage, and I have the hidden Tesla, which I'm going to go ahead and start this match off by playing in the center of the map. 9 times out of 10, this is exactly where you're going to want to play the Tesla card, because it has the ability to lure troops in from either lane if you place it directly in the middle. This is the only defense that you're able to place in an area where it will distract units from both lanes. So you can see the Lightning Spell here. I delay, now I drop. You see how I hit 3 targets? That's how you want to use it. And of course, you don't want to wake up the King Tower, so don't count the King Tower as one of your 3 units there. So again, I have the Fireball ready. I'm going to take down the Princess here. Maybe I shouldn't have used that Fireball there, but I hate the Princess card, and I don't have it yet, so you know what? Maybe some of my inner rage gets manifested, and I see red when I see that Princess on the board. So, okay, now we have a mini Pekka coming at us. No big deal there. Minions dropped in the center of the map there like he did. Is not that big of a deal there, because you can see my right tower actually can target those minions in the center, so nothing to really worry about there. I have the Pekka card. I don't think I'm going to play it. I'm just going to play the another Goblin Hut here, continue this steady stream of goblins, and you can see I'm not going to drop the lightning spell there, as tempting as it is right now. I want to wait till they drop a unit. Nah, no, they're dropping Spear Goblins, or Goblins rather. Not too worried about that, so I'm just going to hold off for now. Be patient. Don't, you know, I'm not low on Elixir, so now I'm going to use it. There we go. Look at how that. I hit that Pekka there, and now I'm able to two-shot the Pekka with my Crown Tower. So that was a beautiful win for me, right? Because he didn't make his money back off that Elixir pump. You don't necessarily have to kill it right away. You know he lost 5 Elixir by putting down the pump, so all you need to do is make sure he doesn't get his money back. An opponent left the match. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, did he just rage quit again? Didn't seem like he was having issues with internet. Did I just get 2 rage quits in a row? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, that is pretty cool. I guess here I am going to build a hut like it matters anymore. Why not? Who cares, right? This is how I normally play, so let's just keep going here. So sorry, a little flustered. I've never had 2 people quit in a row, and I guess this is what this deck will make people do. It's really frustrating to play against because you counter everything they have. He has not rejoined the match. Looks like he's not coming back. We're gonna pull off another 3-crown victory. Yeah, buddy. All right, sweet. So, wasn't anticipating that, guys. And another 40 trophies. Really awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed this deck. Good luck with it if you use it. I'm a big fan. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.
We don't play for fame. We don't play for cash. We just play for the glory and the crash of the ash.